Okay, you ready for another episode of the most incoherent, rambly nonsense of invasions you can find on the YouTubes? Well, that's me. We got the strength build going again. We got a lot of different things going on with it, even if it's the same build from the last video. But I just really like it. It's been a ton of fun. So you can see right there, right off the bat, the poor first Phantom just goes down one hit, 600 HP. What are you doing, man? But anyways, his buddy here comes in. He's actually got a workable build. Looks like some kind of Dex Lightning hybrid. He's got a decent amount of HP. He knew what he was doing. I don't know, maybe the dude with the Morning Star, he was a Faith Boy or a Magic Boy or something. We'll never know because he's gone. Regardless, this guy didn't like what he was doing with the dismounter, that curved greatsword. So he pulls out the Anspur Rapier and decides to try to do bleed and poison on me at the same time. I mean, maybe he's got an arcane build and he's just running the lightning on that or something. I don't know what this guy was doing. But I think he thought I'd be afraid of the statuses and to back off a little bit. But I'm built for trading, and especially if you're going to pull out a little pokey weapon like that, I'm not going to back down. I'm going to stand in your face and swing. This guy, he comes in with the Bloodhound Fang and does the follow-up to the Ash of War, and roar! And that's always going to get you backstabbed if someone's ready for it. I just kind of predicted he would, hoped that he would. Obviously, I hadn't seen him do anything up until that point, so all I could do was guess, and sometimes you gotta. And you guess right, and you get rewarded, you guess wrong, and you get punished. And that's what makes this game great, because you never know what's going to happen or who you're going to fight. You might fight some guy who is just the king of fat roll dodging. I couldn't believe how hard this guy was to hit. And then I saw he's got no HP. Maybe he's fat rolling with that thing that lets you get more iframes. I don't know if that works. That'd be an interesting kind of build to play with. You take more damage, but throw on all the armor in the world and fat roll with whatever gives you the better rolls, but gives you the increased damage. I don't know, maybe I'll have to play around with that. I never thought about that until just now. But whatever, that's irrelevant. So we get builds here. We're going to use a lot of different things. We got some twin blade invasions. Obviously, we got the great axe here, the rusted anchor with the pierce damage. You know I love me some crag blade. You'll see I even get an invasion a little bit later with the I threw it on the claymore to mess around with it. I don't know why. I've always really liked great swords in other games, and for whatever reason in Elden Ring they don't speak to me for some reason. At least not in the invasions. I don't know why. I mean, they're certainly not bad. I have, a moderate amount of success when I use them, but I don't love them the way I did in, Dark Souls, and even Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2 had a great variety of stuff, especially the Artorias greatsword, what they call it, the Abyssal Sword, or it had some weird name, but yeah, that might have been my favorite version of it, when you put it in the left hand and it's got its own weird, unique moveset because it was Artorias and he was maybe a lefty. I don't know, whatever. That's neither here nor there. But like I said, incoherent rambling, that's what you're going to get. I'm going to do all this in one take. You're probably going to hear me pause at least once or twice to take another sip out of my beer. And yeah, that's what you're here for. You can sit down and relax like that the co-invader in the back did, running and help the guy who's in a 2v1. Nah, just sit down and relax. Anyways, this guy's got a dangerous build. The Fiend's Arm, he's got Royal Knight's Resolve on there. This thing has one-shot potential written all over it. So I try to stay in here close because, I want to, that's what I do is I trade and I get in there and fight with this thing. But on the same hand, I also got to be cautious and not just get taken down in one hit. Now I got a good amount of armor and a good amount of HP, so I don't think he would actually one-shot me, but I know this thing can bleed in one hit with a right build on an R2, and oh, what a clean fight. I don't think he even touched me in the whole fight, but right there in his face the whole time. But yeah, I think that thing on a charged R2 can bleed in one hit plus do massive damage, and that looked like a one-shot build to me. Something else in the DLC I wanted to play around with was the Beast Claws. These things here, these guys use them. And I gotta be honest, this invasion and the way these just two pukes just spammed it at me with all the buffs in the world, just it made me not want to have anything to do with them. So even though I started upgrading them and I was playing around with PvE a little bit to get a feel for them, I got this invasion a little later on, and I was just like, I don't want anything to do with those things. They disgust me. And yeah, that was it. This guy, he lost his buddy. He only knows how to press one button, so he was easy to walk in and get that nice prediction parry on him. And that's all we wrote here. You know, take away your friend, and now it's just chop, 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 and you can go down to the count, and the fight is over. Got a nice buttload of runes from his buddy there. And yeah, and the show must go on. Now this was a weird invasion. I didn't quite know what was going on at first. If I paid more attention when I first invade people, I'd realize that these were gankers that I had fought a couple times. And it's this guy, the Phantom, that I kill here. I shot him off the cliff, and I recognize his name. And in that little sped up part there, you're gonna see that second invader popped in. That's why I'm red now, because I didn't want to get shot at while trying to fight. So you slap on the other ring or other talisman, so he knows I'm red at least. But anyways, these guys were fighting and setting up ganks in these weird areas like this where you just have absolutely no chance to have any help from PvE, and you can't really run away. And that's what they do. They just set up these weird little traps, and they got me a couple times, and not in like good fight kind of ways, just in like you know, you catch me at the bottom of an elevator that I can't get away from, and then just spam dragon spells. You might have saw right at the very beginning, I think he was casting some weird dragon spells, the summon. So he's spamming one thing, the other guy's spamming the Bloody Slash, Ash of War, doing a buttload of damage with not much recovery or anything. And yeah. But speaking of shooting people off ledges, these guys, I walked in here, I was walking around trying to figure out where they were. I saw them up on the ledge, did a quick swap over to that, and that's where I picked the video up. And it's time to feed the lobsters, man. It's lobster season here in New England, and yeah, you gotta feed them. You gotta make sure they're well fed and they make weight so you can catch them. Up next, we got these guys. Got a trio, well, a duo plus the Great Horn dude, the PvE guy. But they took their sweet time getting over, so it let me buff up the Great Stars with Prelate's Charge and Blood Flame on it. And I love catching people with that and just charging them down into death. It's you know, it's not exactly a skillful move, but it's funny and I enjoy it, and it always makes me laugh. Yeah, I don't pull it off as much as I used to because it's a little cheesy, but every now and again you gotta pull that one out of the back pocket. This fight here, I get a buffed up duelist in the lake. You can see I was very smart, and I drank a healing flask instead of my buff flask, because I'm a professional at this, and that's what we do. But anyways, this guy, I misread his name. I thought he was like Michael Dickwad or something. I don't know what I thought his name was, but he's like Mikhail Duskstar, you know, something actually cool. I can't read it right now because I don't know, I've been busy drinking or whatever. I'm not going to bother editing it to get his name right. You can read it. But yeah, Duskstar bro here. I thought he was, you know, a trolly guy, and especially you fight people in the lakes, and you get a couple of bad fights and invasions. So I kind of taunted him a little bit with the, you know, the "Don't tase me, bro" emote. And I shouldn't have, because he gave a good fight, and I really had nothing to complain about. I mean, sure, was he healing? Yeah, but it's an invasion. It wasn't a summon duel, so I got nothing to complain about. Anyways, we got this guy here using the Smith Script Hammer. And this is one I want to play around with, but I got most of my lower level builds kind of min-maxed to the point that, look at that, the dude had 1 HP left. The 1 HP. But because they're all kind of min-maxed a bit, none of them are close to that 11, 11, 11 that you need for all your stats. So I'd either have to throw, like, 4 points into int and another 3 points into faith, or something to get them working. And as fun as they look like they could be, I don't know, I just couldn't be bothered making a build, but I think I will eventually. Here's another one. We got another invader popped in, and he was shooting down at me, so this is another example why you gotta be fairly quick with your menu swaps. You can see I'm very smooth with it. I'm very clean. It only took me 3 tries to put on an appropriate talisman. Anyways, I don't know if these guys were looking for a good conventional PvE, or if they were trying to gank, or what. I mean, it looked like they were trying to wait until we got a 2v2, but I'm not about that life. We had a fight, so let me fight. This guy here, he comes charging in. The big charged R2 took him out. Give him a nice little waggle. Thanks for playing. Have a nice day. And now it's on to the other guy. This host, to his credit, man, he was a survivor. He did not go down easy. He would not go gently into that good night. Whatever that poem is. I don't know. What's it from, like Hamlet or Othello? I don't know. And he was smart too, because when I switched over to the fists, every time I tried to run in to try to get a hit, he knew he had that hyper armor on me, and he knew he could interrupt me, and he did so very well every time. He had nice timing on it. So I don't think he was a scrub. I don't necessarily know that these guys were ganking. I think they were legitimately just looking to have some fights as they're going through a game, and maybe once one invader shows up, they wait for another one. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. I don't know. I make weird, nonsensical backstories in my brain about what these people are trying to do or thinking about. And I got nothing to back it up. But yeah, this guy's running around. He's aggroing all the enemies, and he just does not care. He's not trying to give up space. He's not trying to run away. At least not more than he has to. But at this point, he makes the right decision to retreat back to the starting area a little bit and get away from the 2 invaders and the PvE. Can't really blame him on that. And big credit here to my co-invader. I don't think he hit me once, or at least not more than once. I might have clipped him once, but again, as someone who is on the wrong side of bad invader partners a lot, maybe not a lot, because you don't get them that much, but been on the side of bad co-op invaders enough that I try to make it a point not to hit my buddies. And this guy, here's another one. What do you have, 2 HP left there? Would have finished him off with a volcano pot, but instead I burned my partner a little bit. He's happy, I'm happy, we all get to go home. Nice happy little couple. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we got this other fight here. Blood flames out again. I switched to the walk-up wave-in nonsense where I, swap talismans, because I don't have enough faith to cast this normally, but, I put on the 2-finger talisman or whatever, and then I can cast it. And these guys, first guy went down a little too easy. That guy kept the pressure on him, and, and that fight was over as quickly as this video. I didn't realize I've already been rambling for like 14 minutes here. Anyways, this is just about over. This was such... Oh, I got blue-balled so bad here. 2 buttons to the boss fight while I was fighting this phantom. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around for the next time. And thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves out there.